What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I wanted to go ahead and talk about a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and it breaks my heart to say this, but I've been getting the question of what is going to be the best artifact build for Yae Miko, and I've been continuing to say to hold out just a little bit because we might be getting more information about a possible new artifact set that is going to be applicable to Yae Miko specifically. But as the days go on and as the weeks go by, I just don't think we're going to be getting a new artifact set, because usually by this time we would have at least heard word of a said new set for the new character that's going to be releasing in the new patch. And just because we haven't been receiving or have heard that information, it leads me to believe that we're possibly not getting one. Now, there is still the chance that we could, right? Everything's still in beta. Things are still subject to change, and we still could be getting more information, and we most likely will. But a new artifact set, I'm just not too sure of anymore. So I thought in today's video, what I'll go ahead and show you is what I'm going to be going ahead and farming for my Yae Miko, or at least what I plan on putting on her. Because I don't believe there's going to be a new set coming out. Now, I do want to get your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Let me know, do you think there's still a new set that's going to be coming out, or are you just going to go with a different set that we already have in game? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you do enjoy today's video, go ahead and drop a like. It helps out tremendously, means more to the channel than you even know. And if you're new to the channel, you like the content, you enjoy what you see here, go ahead and consider subscribing. Join the FBG family. We would love to have you stick around. With that being said, let me go ahead and show you what I'm going to be placing on my Yae Miko, or at least what I'm thinking of. When it comes to Yae Miko, I think she's going to be very versatile in what artifacts she's going to be able to utilize. I think there are going to be different options, and I think it's going to take using her in game, especially with the elemental skill and her passive, to see which build is going to be the best. Now, the artifact set that I am leaning towards right now, I think, is the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. I think this might be the one that I primarily use for Yae Miko. Once again, it may switch up, but the reason being is for that 2-piece, getting the energy recharge is going to be extremely nice, especially if you don't have a Raiden Shogun. This is going to be a nice set for you, because we all know her energy cost is going to be relatively high, if not the highest in the game. So this is going to be very useful. And then the 4-piece, just increasing that elemental burst damage by 25% of the energy recharge, is going to be extremely spicy, because we all know that elemental burst is going to hit, and it's going to hit hard, right? So I think this might be a really good set to go with. But if I was to be looking at some other options, I mentioned this before in a previous video on artifacts and builds that I'm looking at. The other one would be the 2-piece Thundering Fury, and possibly the 2-piece Emblem of Severed Fate set here, so we can get the increased electro damage bonus, but then also get the energy recharge. That might be a set that I play around with. Another one that I was thinking about, and I mentioned this before as well, is the 2-piece Thundering Fury and the 2-piece Shimenawa, just to get that attack up and then get the electro damage bonus from the Thundering Fury set. There are just a lot of options, but I think what I'm going to be really focusing on, and what I'm going to be farming from here on out, is the Emblem of Severed Fate set. I just think this one is going to be extremely good on your Yae Miko. Now, in terms of the sands, I don't know if I'm going to go with an EM sands just yet. I might be going with an attack percent. The thing about it is we don't really have a full understanding, or at least I don't have a full understanding of how the passive is going to truly work with Yae Miko's elemental skill, and if it's going to be that significant or not. I think we need some more information, some clarification, or maybe just use her in practice and see how realistic an EM sands is, or how important it would be to have, rather than just maybe going with an attack percent sands, right? For the goblet, I said for the electro goblet, I spoiled it already. I'm going to be going with an electro goblet. I think that's obvious. Just all the electro damage you're going to be doing. I think the electro goblet is going to be an obvious move. So I'm going to be farming for that. And then for the circlet, I'm probably going to be going with a crit damage circlet. Possibly crit rate. Obviously, you got to play with the ratio and see what you have the least of, and then go with that circlet. So that's something that you can keep in mind. But if you're asking me the set, I'm probably going to go with the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. I think that's going to be the way to go. But if you wanted to go Thundering Fury, Emblem Severed Fate, Thundering Fury, Shimenawa, Thundering Fury, Gladiator, whatever you want to do. Go full Noblesse. I mean, it's definitely up to you. I know people have been talking about a 4-piece Wanderer's Troops. I mean, you can definitely do that. It's up to you. I'm just telling you what I'm going to be doing for my Yae Miko specifically, now that I don't believe there's going to be a brand new artifact set coming out, which I was pretty certain was going to be the case, because a new artifact set would be perfect for Yae Miko. Also, I did want to mention, a lot of people have still been mentioning the 4-piece Shimenawa, and I mean, the 4-piece Shimenawa is definitely going to be an option that you can go with, because the 2-piece is going to give you that attack percent that you're going to want, right, in the increase. But the 4-piece, when casting an elemental skill, which is what you're going to be doing all the time with the Yae Miko, I've been saying this before in the past, and I'm going to continue to say this. I think the elemental skill is going to be really good on Yae Miko. I think people are just kind of underrating it a little bit, not really getting a full idea of what it's going to be capable of in terms of potential. I think the elemental skill is going to be the crucial part to Yae Miko's kit, not necessarily her elemental burst. The elemental burst, I think, is the cherry on top of what the elemental skill is going to be, which is the full-on ice cream, whipped cream, and all the sprinkles that you got going on, right? So that's my thought process. That's what I'm thinking. So you're going to be doing the elemental skill no matter what with the Yae Miko. And when you cast the elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy, and normal charge and plunging attack damage is increased by 50% for 10 seconds. This is significant because the charge attack is going to be multi-hit, right? And the charge attack has decent scaling. So I can see this being a very viable option, and a lot of people have been speaking about how it just fits with, you know, the whole Fox theme for Yae Miko, and I'm with you guys. I'm right there with you. I'm not too sure. Once again, I will definitely be trying different sets out. I'll be trying different builds. My initial thought is 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. 4-piece Shimenawa is looking spicy as well. And then, of course, you can throw in some Thundering Fury in there with some, you know, whatever else you want to try. But that's just what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be looking forward to. And the great thing about going for, you know, the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate or the 4-piece Shimenawa is that when you're farming those artifact sets, right, the great thing about it, just in case you were, you know, unaware or you haven't been in that domain, they're both there. So you can go ahead and farm both and have, you know, complete sets for both of them, and you can start doing that right now if you want to. Now, you can still hold down. I'm not saying go ahead and go full board, spend all your fragile raisins here and start, you know, destroying your raisins that you've been saving up. I'm not saying that. You can continue to save and hope that there's a new artifact set to come out in terms of information. I'm just letting you know that usually by now we would have that information, and we don't, and it's making me sad. And I don't believe we're going to be getting a new set. But once again, I could be wrong, and there could be one. We're just late to getting the information about it. Anyways, guys, just a quick video to let you know that I don't think there's a new set coming out, and since I don't believe so, this is the build that I'm planning on going with and the different builds that I'm going to go ahead and try, and I want to get your thoughts about all of that in the comments down below. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all your support that you show me here on the channel, and we will be consistent, and we're going to be continuing to grind here. So if you did enjoy, once again, sub if you're new, and a like if you did like. I'm going to get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond it, literally everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.